So here's a question. How small can a DAC get before it stops sounding serious? Because today we're looking at something that on paper shouldn't really compete with desktop heavyweights. It's the Khadas Tone2 Pro. It's compact, it's minimal, and it looks more like a sleek accessory than a hi-fi component. But looks can be deceptive. This little slab claims balanced output, MQA support, and enough sonic credibility to anchor a proper listening setup. The real question is, of course, does it actually deliver, or is this just another case of measures well, sounds fine? Let's find out. Let's start with what the Tone2 Pro actually is. This is a DAC and headphone amplifier in one very compact aluminum chassis. It's designed to sit on a desk or even disappear into one, and is powered via USB-C. That's important because it means no bulky power supply cluttering your setup. Inside, Khadas uses an ESS ES9038Q2M DAC chip. Fairly common in this price bracket, but implementation matters more than the chip itself. And here Khadas leans heavily into clean measurements, low noise floor and precision. Around the back we get USB-C for data and power and RCA outputs for connecting to an amplifier or powered speakers. But the more interesting stuff is on the side. You've got both 3.5mm single-ended and 4.4mm balanced headphone outputs. That balanced output is key. It offers more power and often better channel separation, which matters for more demanding headphones. There's also a multi-function knob which controls volume and input selection, and an LED system that changes color depending on the incoming sample rate. It's subtle but useful once you learn what the colors mean. Now, one of the standout features here is Khadas Balance Line Out mode. With a unique Khadas balanced RCA to XLR cable, the Tone2 Pro can output balanced audio to XLR gear. There's also support for high-resolution audio formats, including PCM up to 32-bit 768 kHz, DSD 512 and MQA decoding. So, on paper, compact, flexible and surprisingly feature-rich. Alright, now we get to the part that actually matters, the sound quality. Let's start with something intimate by Lucio Battisti, Emozione. What the Tone2 Pro does really well here is space and separation. Lucio's voice sits clearly in the center, with the guitar slightly forward but never crowding. There's a sense of air around each note that feels uncluttered. This is not a warm, romantic presentation, it leans neutral with clean edges and clear outlines. But it doesn't sound sterile either. There's enough body in the mids to keep vocals from feeling thin. Switching gears, let's get into something more rhythm-driven. Daft Punk's Giorgio by Morode. Here the Tone2 Pro shows off its control. The bass is tight, well defined and doesn't bleed into the mids. When the track builds and layers stack up, the DAC keeps things organized. You can follow the individual elements without effort, which is often where cheaper DACs start to blur things together. What's interesting is that it doesn't exaggerate the low end. If you're looking for a big, lush bass, this isn't that. It's more about accuracy than impact. Across both tracks, the common thread is clarity. The Tone2 Pro doesn't try to impress with coloration. It presents the music in a clean, controlled and highly resolved way. Whether that's what you want depends on your taste and your headphones. Let's start with the downsides because there are a few worth mentioning. First, the design, while elegant, can be a bit ambiguous in daily use. The LED color system isn't immediately intuitive and you likely need to memorize what each color represents. It's not a deal breaker, but it's not exactly user-friendly either. And then there's the power output. While the balanced output does provide decent drive, this is not a powerhouse. If you're using very demanding planar headphones, you might find it running out of headroom. Also, the sound signature, while clean and precise, might come across as slightly clinical. If you prefer warmth, richness or a more analog feel, this DAC won't give you that out of the box. Now on the plus side, the compact form is genuinely impressive. This is a device you can place almost anywhere and it won't dominate your space. The build quality is excellent. It feels solid, well machined and far more premium than its price might suggest. Feature-wise, it punches above its weight. Balanced output, high-res support and flexible connectivity make it more versatile than many competitors in this category. And most importantly, the sound is clean, detailed and controlled. It doesn't editorialize too much, which makes it a reliable partner if you want to hear your music and your headphones without added flavor. So, where does it leave the Khadas Tone2 Pro? This is not a DAC for everyone. If you're chasing warmth, lushness and a big colored sound, you might want to look elsewhere. But if you value clarity, compactness and a kind of understated precision, the Tone2 Pro makes a strong case for itself. It's a device that quietly does its job without drawing attention to itself, and in hi-fi that can be exactly what you want. For desktop setups where space is limited, or for listeners who want a clean, no-nonsense signal chain, this little box delivers more than its size suggests. And maybe that's the real takeaway here. Serious sound doesn't always need a big box. Sometimes it just needs good engineering and a bit of restraint. Thanks for watching.